Bless you, family. All power to the people. It is the Minister Sanders. Listen, if you could just cut somebody out your life, stop speaking to them, act like you don't know them because of one incident or one mistake or one disagreement. Number one, it means that you were super immature with how you handle conflict. And it also means, too, that you never really had love for that person. Because you genuinely had love for that person, you're not just going to cut them off because of one incident. One thing I learned in life, and I'm still learning, is when you seriously and genuinely love somebody, you look for reason to hold on to them. But we live in a society that's so big in counsel culture. If we disagree, if we have words, if I make a mistake, if I shoot you a text message, you don't like receiving text messages, whatever it is, that's all an excuse to cut somebody off. But I feel like, again, if you genuinely love somebody, you build a case on why you should hold on. You look for every little reason to say, no, not my dude, not my sis. But when you don't like somebody secretly and you tolerate them based off what they can do for you, based off what they've done for you, based on how you can benefit off them or whatever, and the moment you feel like you've got as much lemon juice out the lemon, or the moment you feel like you now have an opportunity to cut them off because you've been waiting on one, and y'all experienced this before, you argue with somebody, it don't even be that big of an argument, but they ain't blew out of proportion. You know why? Because they was waiting on that moment. They was jealous of you, they was hating on you, and they couldn't wait. They just needed an excuse. They just needed a real legit reason to be like, I'm cutting Stretch off, I'm cutting so-and-so off, I'm cutting this person off. So again, remember that. If somebody secretly is tolerating and player hating, true colors will come out. Because the first time you make a mistake, it's going to be no explanation. When somebody tell you about a grievance or tell you about an issue they have with you, that's because they want to work it out. They're not just talking to hear themselves talk. They talking because it's hopes that you guys can resolve the conflict. But when somebody get into it with you, they don't want nothing to do with you, don't want to talk to you again, delete your number. I mean, people try to mediate y'all to come together. They totally against it, totally closed off. And I'm not going to act like I haven't been guilty of this at one particular point in time, but I definitely grew out of it, and I definitely made sure I don't ever be in a position like that again, or a frame of thinking like that again. It's not legit, it's not solid, it's definitely not from a place of love, and it's not the right thing to do. So again, if you have an issue with somebody, tell them. Even if you're going to cut them off, be man and woman enough to let them know. Don't just ignore them. Be a man, be a woman, and let them know. But when you truly love somebody, you look for every little reason to hold on. Peace and love.